Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures, bringing you Toy Hunt episode number 275. We're outside the Charles Crane Community Center in Palmer, Pennsylvania for the Lehigh Valley Toys, Comics, and Cards Show. So excited to be here for the show. Huge shout out and thank you to VR Hobbies for having us here today, as they are the sponsor store of this toy show. Check out the VR Hobbies brick and mortar location in the South Mall in Allentown, Pennsylvania, in the back of the Mercantile. Freaking great store, love going there, but love this show. Can't wait to see what's inside. Jimmy, the Mouth of the South Heart from WWE is here. Take a picture, sign an autographs, all sorts of cool stuff to be inside. But before we get to any of that, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 5,000 subscribers. Then go ahead, hit that bell for notifications. That way YouTube actually notifies you and tells you when we post new content here to the channel, like weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Let's see what they have inside. All right, so first booth I'm checking out here is right on the way in from the pay area, and tons of Spider-Man retros going on. So 50 on the Lizard, 55 on the Spider-Man cell shaded. Some of the other older retro waves are here as well, so cool seeing all this stuff here. We got the Craven for 40. We have Toad at 25. I might consider that. I don't have a Toad in my collection yet. Tons of bins down below we can dig through later on. Some older Spider-Man stuff here. There is the 5-pack right there, the Robo 5-pack, right? Awesome cool stuff down here too. I have not picked this up yet. I was just talking with Yojo Jerk. We were walking the floor hanging out together. Check him out. Obviously, his channel's doing awesome. Really fun, entertaining reviews over there. So he was talking about enjoying this as well. Thinking about picking that up. The VHS stuff looks great. I have the Cyclops. That's about it, I think. Oh, and the Morph, of course. I have the Morph. But this booth is always really cool. They always have the handcrafted webs going on, the different props that they make, which is really neat to see. But the displays are always nice. Squadron Supreme. There's a Spider-Man 3-pack, 125. Other Spider-Man pack, 75. Again, I do have some Spider-Man stuff, but I'm not all in on it for sure. It's not like my key thing in my collection. But I always love seeing the newer retro stuff, or even the stuff in the box like the Doc Ock. All the 3 3/4 guys are down here. $5 off sticker price. Of course, we find a lot of those at Ollie's along the way. There's some Jurassic Park going on up top. We have some Street Fighter, Transformers, crossover action. Ric Flair. Remember those boxes were out? There was a Hacksaw Jim Duggan that was awesome. In the back, all sorts of stuff. We have the Cody in the back, so wrestling. Bray Wyatt, R.I.P. Tons of Turtle stuff. So I'm kind of cutting out a little in zoom. Tons of Turtle stuff in the back. We have the official Retro 4-pack up here. Haven't seen that before, I don't think. Some NECA stuff. Andre the Giant. So lots of wrestling down this way as well. The Turtles. But man, the show is great. So many tables here. Such a great show. Come and check out. There's another room we'll actually try to get into as well, but kind of just showing you what they have. Panning through here to the size of the gym that we're in. Always a fun show to be at. Working our way around, some more Marvel Legends and some Star Wars in the back going on. There's that Moon Knight that has eluded us, although it is coming back out on retro cards. I'll probably pick it up at retro carded price when it comes out new. All sorts of 3 3/4 Joes here. Again, talking with the Yojo Jerk, we were both agreeing how we try to avoid looking at these because they're so tempting to get back into. I think Yojo Jerk and I were saying how this one in particular jumped out at us, remembering we both had that as kids. I always remember the ponytail being the thing that really reminded me of that figure. But again, tons of retro stuff here, lots of newer stuff as well. So, you know, a little bit of something for everybody, for all collectors as you work your way around. Even further down from that table over here, some more bagged Marvel Legends. We have 20 here on Korg. We have the Rentra. Was that Killmonger for 20, I think? 15. That version of Black Panther. Suri 15. Despair 15. That's always a nice figure. I always like that right there. 20 on her. X-Force version of Wolverine. 20 as well. So again, you really got to look around these shows because you're going to find stuff everywhere. It's just like a random, literally it's in the corner. It's in the corner of the show floor. And there's awesome stuff down here that are bagged. There's 75 on the Venom Pool Build-A-Figure. So happy I built that. And originally I didn't intend to, and I finally did. And looking back at it now, it's something I really enjoy having in my collection. But so much stuff to see. I'm going to try to get around everything that I can and give you an idea what they have. And of course, tons of comics here as well, as it is a comic, toy, and card show. So again, I still collect modern comics. I don't really go back into getting any key issues or older stuff anymore, other than what I already have. But again, if you're a big comic collector, always worth coming to the show. So if you're not a toy guy like me, definitely tons of comics to check out too. Some older retro vintage sort of stuff. You have the Simpsons going on, 5 apiece. Shout out to good friend in the channel, 6 packs and knickknacks. That they do have the Simpsons also here. But again, just a lot of stuff to go through here. I'm going to do my best to do it justice and show you what's here. Next booth over, we have 30. This is actually going down in price finally. This was going for a pretty high price originally, I think. Now I've been seeing it more reasonable. I only ever saw it once in a store, by the way. Let me know in the comments if you see that in Target. I only did one time. 20 on Shocker. I don't have Shocker. That's somewhat tempting. I think that's the Chase. Yep, there it is. It says right there, Chase Lesnar. Chase Lesnar is here. Bret Hart, 25. Hogan, Mean Mark Callis at 20. We have some of the reaction stuff, I believe, down here. Yep, reaction going on. Of course, there's tons of pops as well. So if you're a pop collector, definitely worth coming to the show, seeing the pops. TMNT, NECA. Oh, that's right, man. No problem, buddy. Tons of stuff here. Tight quarters, of course. Trying not to bump into too many people. But yeah, just awesome stuff as always here. So tons of cool stuff over here. Killer Clowns, 80 a piece. Some Lucy's. I know these were out my first lap through, but had a nice conversation here at this booth earlier on. A lot of cool stuff here to check out. There's that back there. I haven't seen that in a long time. But yeah, awesome stuff. And again, for all you retro collectors out there, some older stuff over here, which is really nice to see. We have a tank going on. Iron Knight tank. I'm not going to pretend to know what it's from. I think it looks cool. It's a G.I. Joe. I don't know, but I like it. Down below, the Joker cycle with the Joker right below it is nice to see. Hall of Justice, G.I. Joe motorcycle and sidecar for those classic Joes. There is the training center. That's awesome to see. I think we saw that down at the Harrisburg show as well. But look at this inside with older stuff too. My goodness, awesome older. Sorry to rush that. I had a sneeze a little behind the behind the camera, behind the scenes there. Had a rip a sneeze. I apologize, and that sounds gross to say, but I did. But yeah, so we're on our way down here. Some more stuff. Man, yes, there's some things here you're not going to see in a lot of other places. So definitely check this show out in the future if you can get to it. And there's an Ecto 1. We got to get that on film, obviously. So that's nice to see. Up top, Defenders of the Earth. Obviously, NECA has the newer versions of those. Again, trying not to go too fast with the camera because there's so much to see here. But I also don't want to block people for too long. So if I cut out too quick on something you're looking at, I'm sorry. But try not to clog the aisle too much as I work my way through the show and see what's here. Always love seeing G.I. Joe here. Again, I say this every show I go to where I see this piece that I remember throwing it away as an adult like an idiot. I think Yojo Jerk mentioned he had that when he was a kid as well. So again, just fun stuff. I don't use the word fun way too often at these shows, but that's what it is. It's just fun to see this stuff. And even if it's something I'm not interested in buying, just seeing it and knowing it still exists in decent shape makes me happy. It's like to share. This is definitely one of the stronger booths that we saw here today. So this is the wrestling side of things. A lot of newer wrestling stuff here that's been harder to find out there on the pegs and the shelves. They have a Cody at 35. I've only seen him once. Andre at 30. The Chase Andre in the back at 40. Another Cody. There's that Chase Brock that we haven't seen. There's even the Mr. America. I haven't seen that in stores quite yet either. But a lot of wrestling at this booth. We're going to keep working our way around, see what else there is here too. There's the Bischoff at 40. DDP at 40. And same booth over on this side. We have some DC Comics Unlimited stuff going on. There's the Penguin. Actually looks really cool. Takes it back to the old one that I had, the little guy. 100 on the Forge 3-pack, 150. We were also discussing what a great pack this was. I love that Daredevil. I mean, I think it was my top figure of the year, or very close last year, at least for Marvel Legends. 120 in the Spider-Man 3-pack. For me, I'm holding it out on that till we do get the individual actor, the actual people's Peter Parker heads. 40 on the original Rogue with the Juggernaut piece. 60 on Night Thrasher. 30 on the Iron Man. There's that Doc Ock at 75 again. Oof, makes me consider it. Green Goblin, 75. Spider-Man 80 with Carnage. 70 on this. That's pretty steep considering they're stacked at my local Targets right now. 80 for this here. Again, that Drax looks cool. I kind of wish we would have gotten the other version, the Moondragon. 120 on that older Target exclusive. This is cool to see. Haven't seen this in hand before. 175 for the West Coast Avengers. Is it Amazon exclusive? I can't really call, to be honest. They'll run together, but this is a nice looking piece. Pym looks cool, but it's not like a version of Pym I really ever read or cared about too much. But these do look awesome together for somebody who's looking to get the West Coast Avengers in their collection. Venom 3-pack, you know my horror story with Amazon, but they made it right eventually. And then they also have the X-Force 3-pack, which really got people angry because it just disappeared. Let me know in the comments what happened with that. Why was that so hard to get? I know it was a Disney shop exclusive or Disney, and the whole thing fell apart. Orders were canceled, all sorts of stuff. We had the Magneto family, 140. The Love Triangle in the back, 140. Those are 2 great 3-packs. 60 on the Spider-Man Homecoming, 60 on King of Black with the Venom. He's a great figure too, so is the Venom. 30 on Apocalypse is tempting. I've been pushing not to get that. I've been trying to fight the temptation, but it looks so good. I said that I have the Billy figure, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm not going to keep it in packaging, but yeah, a lot of great stuff. 90 on Banshee. Love that Banshee. And a little bit more wrestling here at the same table we were just at. Back behind, we have the Recalled 4-pack. That's nuts. I have no clue how they got that out of the store, but good on them. I know I found it and I couldn't, if you saw that in earlier videos. The Ultimate Rob Van Dam at 60. We have the Lesnar at 60. Eddie Guerrero and the Ray Walmart exclusives. 45 on the Ultimate Warrior Ultimate. That looks pretty cool. The jacket in the back. We have the other Warrior sitting there as well. So again, everything, something for everybody here, whether it's wrestling, whether it's superhero stuff. They also have like cars here, like slot cars and RC cars, which I don't collect, so I'm not going to put them on camera, but just, you know, they have everything here for basically all sorts of collectors. It's worth coming out for a day. You can't beat it here at a local show in Allentown. Actually, I take back that Allentown. It's technically Palmer, but Palmer, PA, great stuff. And some more retro stuff back here with Star Wars. 200 on this piece, 40 down here. So again, lots of stuff here, lots of Star Wars here, a lot of cool 3 3/4 Star Wars action, which really kicked off collecting for a lot of people. Obviously back when that first came out, and now they're keeping it alive today, but there's just so much stuff crammed into this gym. It's well worth it. Very inexpensive to come to the show. I think it was only maybe $5 to get in, $10 if you want to get in for early bird. So if you're anywhere near the Palmer area, in the future, if you see this show, come check it out, because there's just so much stuff to do here, so many things to see. Bring the kids out. There's something for them as well. We have some higher priced CGC comics over here. We have a Vampirella for 150, Amazing Spider-Man 141, 185, Tales of Suspense, Tales to Astonish. So again, some higher priced books for anybody collecting slabbed comics here. So definitely a strong comic book presence here at the show, in addition to all of the cards and figures. All sorts of Lucy's over on this table, as you can see. I mean, literally all sorts of different brands and figures, companies on this table. So it's just awesome to see just a table of all sorts of different things to check out as you walk around. And as always, tons of pops here at the show. All this, again, it's Funko. So, you know, they make something for everybody. So if you're still collecting those pops, come to the show. Check out all the different vinyl pops they have by Funko. I really don't buy them anymore, but I do enjoy seeing them, of course. All right, so purchase update. I'm outside getting some fresh air and get some water. I did pick up the Toad for $25. I figured I can't beat that. That's a great price. I passed on it. It was a little bit more expensive at retail than I wanted it to be, but $25, I figured it was time. It's going to go right there with Magneto. I know they're X-Men villains, so all right, let's get back on the show, see what else we can find. But I wanted to let you know, update. So this is an additional room they have set up over here. So we have some chairs from different events with some wrestling buddies. Jimmy Mouth and South, Jimmy Hart is in the back here, hanging out, former WWE. 45 on the Spider-Man cell shaded here. We have Daredevil Netflix version of Matt Murdock from Marvel Select. It looks like 65. But again, the extra room over here, always check out all the rooms at these shows, because you could be missing out on something if you don't come in and look around and see what's here. Something they also did for the first time, I believe, at this year's show is they have a custom action figure competition going on. So I believe we were talking earlier, this is pieces from Pitt that they used to make this version of Venom. Working our way down this way, we have an Aquaman, and again, you can see the different classes that they're in, I suppose. So these are cool. Again, I'm not a customization guy. I'm not that creative. So I see people making things with other figures. It's definitely awesome. We have a lot of repaints down here. So repainted adaptation going on here with a Doomsday. Working our way down, another DC repaint right here. And it even tells you like what they've done with them, which is pretty cool. And then shout out to the people who actually made these. You can see right there who they are. Repaints on the Spider-Man and the Lizard, the Mary Jane. This Ghost Rider is cool. I believe it was Yojo Jerk had done something similar making this. So go check out his video on that on his channel. And we have Blade. So again, good idea. Bringing some custom action figure competitions to the show. It's creative. I like it. Very cool. So I think that's going to do it here from the Lehigh Valley toy, comics, and card show in Palmer, Pennsylvania. As always, shout out to VR Hobbies for having us here today. Love coming to the show, hanging out, checking things out here in Palmer, PA. They do the show, I think, around twice a year. It's always a lot of fun. Again, bring the family, something for everybody, whether it's cards, comics, toys, games, slot cars, retro stuff, new stuff. They have it all here. So had a great time as always. Also, a huge shout out to Yo Joe Jerk for taking the time to hang out and walk around and check out the show with me. He's killing it over there at his channel. Go check him out, Yo Joe Jerk. Very entertaining, fun reviews over on his channel. So with that said, everybody, time to get out of here. So thanks for watching. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. It does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 5,000 subscribers. Then while you're at it, go ahead and hit that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube actually notifies you and tells you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy. I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.